Hi friends, I just wanted to come on here and explain a little bit about how I pay my bills and like kind of what bills I have before we dive into paying off debt and things like that. Some of these are those installments, and I'm sorry for the weird camera angle, but my filming arm is not the best. If you don't know me already, I am Amanda. I am a military wife. We recently, 6 months ago, moved from Fort Sill, Oklahoma to Grafenberg, Germany, and my husband just turned 40, and we're trying to, get some debt and things paid off and maybe start behaving like adults, finally. Neither of us like it, but, it is what it is. So, my husband gets paid on the 1st of the month and the 15th of the month. His pay for the 15th is from the 1st to the 14th, and his pay on the 1st is from the 15th through the end of the month. Our bank pays us almost 2 days, or about 2 days early, but it's 2 days early according to US time, so we get the paycheck. So like this paycheck that we would get on the 15th would show up, since that's a business or weekend, and that's a weekend, it counts 2 days, so it would show up next Thursday, the 11th, at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, so I pay bills from the 1st to the 14th. I don't know why I didn't mark that, because that has been paid. But pay bills from the 1st to the 14th that are due from the 1st to the 14th on the 1st. So I guess you could kind of say we're 2 weeks ahead. But I don't really say that, because all of those bills would have been paid with that check anyway, because there's not another one to cover it. So my husband has a Navient, his student loans through Navient. He has Navient, this one AES, Mohila, and Firstmark. Those are his loan servicers. I don't know why they've spread them all out across everywhere, but the Mohila ones are the federal direct loans, and he had gone to a college that was for profit, and they wouldn't accept Pell Grants, I believe it was. This was in like 2006, y'all. My brain doesn't apparently go back that far. But they were found to be, fraudulent. And so he's part of the class action suit or whatever it was. Part of the settlement was for all of those loans to be forgiven. So his Mohila loans should be going away, because he was pursuing a degree in video game design and never finished because the school kind of went under. So yeah, anyway, he's on an income-driven repayment plan for Navient. Our payment's $145 a month. He's got the public service loan forgiveness. I don't know if that's going to go toward this or not, toward Navient. I know it will for his Mohila loans. If the discharge of the fraudulent loans or whatever doesn't go through, it'll go through for public service loan forgiveness, because he's active duty Army and has been for 14 and a half years. So this one that says transfer to SCU, because we're in Germany, some of our bills, like our telephone, our cell phone, and our internet, are German companies. So Germany, you have to have an IBAN number, and our USAA account apparently did not have one. So we had to set up a bank account that had an IBAN number, and we used Service Credit Union here. So I have to transfer the money over from our billing account to the Service Credit Union account in order to pay for our auto drafts of internet and cell phones. I usually put, there's a month ahead in there now, but I usually put about $400 a month because my son also has an account, and that's how he gets his like chore money allowance, whatever you want to call it. I just transfer the money to the service credit union account and then transfer my son's chore money to him. So the two bills total sometimes maybe $250 at most, I think is what we've paid. It's kind of hit or miss because some things the German T-Mobile company charge for, like they'll charge for like a moving GIF on if you send someone a text message or whatever, an MMS message, and it's a movable GIF. They charge like a 10 cents or a quarter for it, but if you just send a picture, they don't charge. So it's weird, but yeah, we're still trying to get the reins on all of that stuff. And then this was the $200 I transferred to Ally, this one right here. I don't know if you can see where my little doohickey is right there. On the 1st, it's been taken out of the account, and it said it's going to be deposited today, the 4th, but it's not in there yet. So I'm just waiting so that I can stuff the cash, because I don't want to stuff the cash and it not actually be there. So you may notice my different colors. If it's green, we're good to go. It's been paid and it's come out of the bank account. So that's what this means. All of these are out of the bank account. Samsung, my husband, has a line of credit, I guess, with them because it's not technically a card. That he used to purchase like his cell phone and the tablet that I was using in the last video. And we've paid it off before, and then he just gets something else. It's the thing. We have Discovery Plus that's $9. That means it's either an auto payment that has not come out yet, or that it has at least been paid, but it has not come out of the bank yet. So caution, keep an eye on it. That's why it's yellow. I do have an Ulta card. I'm working on paying it off. Ulta gets me every time. I will go in and very easily spend $400 at Ulta and put it on a card, because my daughter's usually with me and she can convince me to just about buy anything. A lot of that went to her, so it's her fault. No, we're not blaming our children for our debts. That's not what's going on here. Over here on the 6th, we do pay vision insurance. That's an automatic payment. Our vision insurance is actually really good, I think. We get like a $300 frame allowance. Lenses, single vision lenses are free up to through polycarbonate lenses. So we can get the polycarbonate lenses, not just plastic ones, and up to $300 in frames for free. Now, if you want to add like the photochromatic or any coatings on, you've got to pay for those. But I think that's pretty good for 3 people to have vision insurance and free or reimbursable exams, $300 frames, and basically free glasses unless you want extras. I think that's pretty good. All right, back over here for the 7th, we have Disney Plus. Again, it's Disney Plus and Hulu here, I guess. It's an automatic payment. It'll come out the 7th. And then nothing these days. Home Depot is one of the debts that we'll be paying off this year, as will Samsung. But hold your horses. We got to get there first. Home Depot, the minimum payment is $35. We have been paying $35 for probably 3 years. I believe my son was in middle school, and he's a junior now. He's about to start his 2nd semester of his junior year in high school. So it's gone down like $300 because all of that $35 goes to pay interest, essentially. My husband is going to either raise that, or we're going to, it's hovering around the $1,000 mark, the balance due on it. So we could pay it off now and get rid of it, but we've got like higher monthly payments that we kind of want to get rid of first. We'll see. This is my YouTube membership to Budgeting Just Because. That's $10 every month. AES, this is why I said I didn't highlight it, because I know I paid it, because my husband was sitting right here when I did it. So we're going to highlight that yellow. AES is $55 a month. It's one of my husband's student loan servicers. That student loan we're not super concerned about paying off just yet. We want to get more of our consumer debt. And then this one that's first mark was paid off. There was a it's the payment words. It was $222.57. I round up to $223 just to make sure that there is definitely enough in the bill account. That's why none of these have change on them. Like Discovery is $8.99. I just round up to the next whole dollar. So there was only $223 left on this first mark loan, and it's a $100 payment per month. So we're like, we can snowball that ish into something else. So let's just pay that off. We've got the extra income because the check on the first is a little lighter. As you can see, there's 100, 100. Down here, there's 200. Like it's, yeah. So those are our bills for the 1st to the 15th. Let's see if I can quickly go through the rest of the month. And no, my service credit union bills aren't on here because they automatically come out. I don't account for them twice since I account for them up here. The 15th through the end of the month isn't quite filled out yet because I need to verify some things first. Oh, I also had a Sally Mae payment, but I'm in military forbearance because finding a job here is hard, y'all. And that payment was gonna be like $300, and that was gonna put a damper on trying to pay off debt, which is what we actually really want to do this year. So that's supposed to start up in March, but I'm also looking into getting some certifications and finishing my bachelor's degree. I have 2 classes left. So on the 15th, insurances is like car insurance. We've got an insurance that'll cover us if for whatever reason we have an emergency and have to go back to the States. We won't have insurance because we have German required insurance. We won't have American required insurance, like their minimums and whatever. And it's technically for a car. So in order for me to be a covered driver for someone else, I purchase my own insurance. It's like $20 a month. So there's our German car insurance covering us for if we have to fly back home and drive someone else's car, and also our renter's insurance is included in this $111 a month. It's an auto payment, that's why it's already yellow. This loan my husband took out before he went to warrant officer school. I think it still has like way too much on it. If it was like a $2,500 loan, he needed to get some new uniforms and patches and all that stuff. So we just got a loan to help pay for it because we were stupid. Stupidity can come in your 30s, I promise. It's not just your teens and 20s. It's just dumb happens all the time, and I can attest to that. So we're still paying $85 a month on that. That is the minimum payment. I think there's still like $1,500 left until that's paid off. So we paid about $1,000 down in, I think we got it last August. So we paid about $1,000. Not quite $1,000. There might be $1,800 left on that one. I've got a lot of numbers in my brain right now, sorry. Regardless, it's an $85 payment. That one is one of the ones that's also going to be paid off when we go through all of that. Care credit, which is next, that recently went up. I think my SCRA benefits or my 0% interest expired or something, because it used to be $18. I would pay more, but the minimum payment was $18. I would pay at least double that. It's usually what I do with all of these like credit card payments, is I usually pay whatever the interest was for that month on top of the minimum payment, so that at least, you know, my balance is actually going to go down by the amount that I think. I have terrible teeth, awful. awful teeth. So dentists cost me a lot of money, and I don't always have it saved. That's why we have our medical/dental envelope in our saving or in our binders now. We're gonna save for it. All right, we've been on 15-ish minutes. Let's go. Victoria's Secret has $70 until it's paid off. We're paying that off on the 16th. This one will go away. It's not an automatic payment, so it's just on here. Yeah. To Buddy comes out of my spending account. That's what the S means. And it's $3. I am thinking about getting the mobile app because that's usually what I use to upload my videos. I don't usually use my computer because it's down here in the dungeon. But we'll see. Netflix and my daughter's violin payment comes out of our spending account. Those are $23 and $26. The violin, I'm not entirely sure how much is left on it. Once we figure out how to call the states for cheaper than 25 cents a minute, I'll see how much the balance is on that, because we might be able to pay off that violin too. It's like a rent to own type thing. Netflix here's $23. We have HBO Max that comes out of the saving or spending account, which is also $16 per month. Our Amazon Prime, Amazon.de Prime, so German Amazon, is $10 a month that comes out of spending. This is a Sam's Club credit card. Minimum payment's $25. I just stick that there to know the minimum payment, and then when I actually go to pay it, is when I look to see what the interest is, and then I'll up it from there. Affirm is our bed. We bought it just before we left the States, because German beds are weird. I don't even want to get started on it, but but they measure in centimeters. They don't do, twin, full, queen, king. It's just 180 centimeters by 200 centimeters, and that's how you purchase your sheets and whatever. We can't buy a bed frame here for my kids because their mattresses are American and they only sell German bed frames, and they're too big to ship to our P.O. box. It's a mess, I'm telling you. But that payment's $169. There's $1,800 left on this one. Capital One, that actually probably should change. I think. I have 2 Capital One cards. I know. I told you. I'm done. So the payment for one this month was like $103, and the other one was at $25, I think. Altogether between the 2 cards, there's about $4,500, $4,000 or so. I don't know. I'll have to look again. That's not an automatic payment. That is something I have to go in and pay every month. I would do automatic payments, but again, I want to add what the interest was to the minimum payment. Blah. And then last but not least on this calendar is my husband's PlayStation card. I don't really know why the heck he got that card. He doesn't have a whole lot of credit cards. Most of these are my credit cards, except for Home Depot and Samsung. So he got it, and we very quickly maxed it out like dummies do. And now we're, paying for it. So the minimum payment on that is about $150 a month. I've been paying $200 pretty faithfully to try and get it paid back down. We're hoping this is also one that's going to get paid off this year, but regardless. And then I also have, like I said, the T-Mobile that comes out at the end of the month. Last month it was €158 or $158. I think it was like 140 some euros. And then our internet, which is usually about $35 to $40, or 30 to 35 euros. Yeah, I don't know if y'all wanted to see anything like this. I know it's kind of boring. You're not seeing my face. Nothing's really moving around except for my mouse. Yeah, give me just a second. Hi there. Jump scare. No, I'm just kidding. So, like I was saying, this video is kind of boring. Don't mind my little setup back here. It's not done yet. I know we've been here 6 months. There's a box down here that is still full of stuff. Stuff that we don't need and probably shouldn't have brought with us, but whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to show my beautiful face. And my freshly washed hair. So y'all know that I did take a little bit of care of myself today. But yeah, so next time we will stuff binders, and I might move a little bit more money from the billing account, or from, you know, our main accounts over to service, or over to Ally, so that I can stuff those savings challenges and my son's senior binder. But again, we've got oil change today, which should be about $120. And then my son has a dentist appointment Monday. One of his baby teeth one of his baby teeth hasn't come out yet, and he's 16. He'll be 17 in August. And it's causing the adult tooth underneath it to come out like sideways. Like there's bare tooth next to his tongue underneath his baby tooth. So like it's poking through the gums below his baby tooth, if that makes sense. Like if you look in his mouth, there's tooth, a little bit of gums, and then tooth. So it's like, it's weird. That's a weird kid right there. I love him though. That boy and his teeth, he's gonna have to have good dental insurance. I think he inherited my teeth. A few years ago, he stood up too fast after playing a video game, went to the bathroom to brush his teeth because it was bedtime, and passed out and smashed his face on our bathroom counter. He cracked 2 of the sockets for his front teeth. He's got one tooth that's like dead. He doesn't really feel hot or cold with it. There's no like real sensation, but it's not like gray and you're turning black or anything. So they're not sure what is wrong with his tooth. So this poor boy and his teeth. I feel so bad for him, but I understand. Definitely understand. So again, if there's anything y'all want to see, this floor and this chair are driving me nuts. Again, I might do a house tour, but my house definitely needs cleaned before I do that, because I don't want the judgy people to be like, girl, you sit at home all damn day and you can't clean your house. Depression's a bitch. Just saying. But I need to clean up a little bit and maybe organize a little bit more stuff before I do a house tour, but I will if y'all want to see it. So if you made it to the end of this video, thank you. Y'all are real ones, as Mel, I believe, Mystic Fidgets would say. And I will catch you guys in the next one when we cash the stuff. Stuff the cash in our binders. And with that, it's time for me to go. Maybe take a nap or a few more drinks of this Red Bull. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you have an amazing weekend. Bye, y'all.